I need coffee. Must have it. Must have it. Must have it. Why can't you just let me have you? Please. Come on. Let's be honest, this is how most of us are with our morning coffee. Oh my God. That's some good stuff. Oh, yeah, the video thing, sorry. From your usual hot coffee to iced coffee and whatever this is, 2/3 of Americans make sure that they get their cup of joe every single day. Across the world, however, people not only have coffee, but things like tea and energy drinks in order to get their caffeine fix in. To find out what kind of dependence I had on this thing of beauty, I quit caffeine for 30 days. I wanted to see how well I could hold up without caffeine, and even as someone who only has 1 cup of coffee a day, it did not go quite as I expected. What's going on, guys? It is day 1 of my caffeine detox. I actually don't feel that bad. I've been up since 5:30. It's now 6:20. Not feeling too great, not feeling too bad. Basically, I'm just not feeling that extra burst of energy that you usually get when you drink caffeine in the morning. Although, I do have a feeling that that might change. I hope I don't get any of the symptoms. And by symptoms, I mean things like headaches, things that would show that I'm having a caffeine withdrawal, which hopefully, I don't think I'm too addicted to caffeine. I have 1 cup of coffee a day, sometimes it's pretty large, but I have it right when I wake up and that's pretty much it. It's not like I drink more than 1 cup of coffee or anything caffeinated in a day. Okay, so a little post 4 p.m. update regarding the productivity of my day. I was overall pretty productive, but I had a pretty large slump from around 2 to 3:30. I usually don't have that problem, but I don't know whether it's the caffeine withdrawal or not. I have a minor singe in my head, nothing crazy. I don't think it's anything to worry about. I'm not gonna get headaches, I don't think. But so far, minorly less productive day than usual with a pretty significant afternoon slump that I don't usually get. So, something to keep an eye on moving forward. To be perfectly honest, that singe really did not get that much worse that day. Getting up this early sucks. I'm getting up at 5. Man, someone needs to explain to me how the second I stop having coffee, my ability to function, my ability to not procrastinate, didn't want to do another farting noise. I've done more procrastinating on this couch in the past few days than I've done the entire time I've been home. After the first few days, I noticed a pretty large difference in my productivity after I stopped having coffee, and this attributed to many sessions of me working at my desk with a lot less energy than I normally had. Call of Duty Black Ops 3 ended up being my procrastination vice of choice, and from looking at the time I tracked for it, I wasted anywhere from 3 to 6 hours a week playing it throughout the entire experiment. To you, that may not seem like a lot, but you have to understand. In the past year and a half, I essentially had quit playing all forms of video games. I was doing my little side projects or hanging out with people when I was trying to have fun. So essentially, I wasn't really doing it for fun. I feel like anytime I was playing the game, I was just procrastinating on doing some sort of work at my desk. I would tell myself, all right, I'll play a quick game, Call of Duty, then I'll get back on the computer and it'll be fine. And I really hadn't had that feeling in the past year and a half when I was working on things. It just wasn't happening for me. So this was kind of a weird shift. This ain't it. This ain't it. All right, I'm gonna level with you people. I really miss coffee. It's been a while now and I miss it. I'm trying to supplement the caffeine, or the lack of caffeine with sunlight exposure, and hopefully it works, but it probably won't. Every time I see a coffee, I think about wanting to drink it. I was at a gas station the other day and it has like a Dunkin' Donuts in there, and I just looked at it and I was like, I want that iced coffee. I just couldn't stop thinking about it. It's really starting to get to me. It's not a fun time. Current me, when you're watching this, appreciate what you're allowed to have. So another update to my no coffee, no caffeine journey is that I'm up at 5 a.m. for the first time in a little while. And I obviously didn't do the rollback method. I did the embrace the suck method because I'm like that. And essentially I went to bed and couldn't fall asleep until about 10:30, 11 last night, and I got up at 5. So today I'm gonna be tired. I'm not gonna exactly feel great because of that lack of sleep. So the whole not having caffeine thing is really kind of a bummer right now, but we'll see how this goes. I'm making a video about how to wake up early right now. This is an update to my last little clip there. Yeah, I've admitted that this is not fun. it's not a fun experience. I'm really tired. I'm talking about water in the video. You know how this can help wake you up in the morning? Oh yeah, it can. But you know what helps a lot more? Coffee. I'm just trying to drink some coffee, man. I'm just trying to drink some coffee. It's day 20 of the no caffeine challenge, and I'm a little peeved. This dark chocolate right here apparently has a fair amount of caffeine in it, so no caffeine, no chocolate. Also, I'm not allowed to have Nutella, which is like my favorite thing apparently. That's got caffeine in it too. This whole thing's starting to get me a little ticked, a little upset. President Demetri here again. I want to interject because I started to have the feeling at this point during the process that I was missing coffee more for the taste and the fact that I was telling myself I couldn't have it than anything else. The main reason is because I constantly told myself that I couldn't have something that I really wanted, and when you put that thought in your head, it's really hard to get yourself to not do that thing. Something very similar happened to me when I quit pop or soda or whatever you want to call it when I was 16 years old. Essentially, the first month or so, I was really wanting to have pop all the time. I was constantly seeing people drinking it and thinking, dang, I want that, I can't have that. And then as time went on, I'd probably say like 3 or 4 months down the line, I was just kind of done with it. Anytime I'd see pop, I wasn't really thinking to myself, oh, I want that pop. No, it was more of a, like just a part of my life. And since then, I think in the past 6 years, I probably had pop like 3 times just to try it, to be like, okay, what does this taste like? Because I forgot pretty much. And that's kind of what I feel like was starting to happen with coffee towards the end of this experience. Even the morning of my challenge being completed, I was kind of apprehensive to get started into drinking coffee again. So a weird phenomenon has occurred. Essentially, I was irritated before about not having coffee. I was longing for it even. And now I really just don't care. I don't know if it's because it's day 26 and I have only a couple days left, but I'm really not worried about not having coffee anymore. I'm really not sure why, but I'm not really thinking about it in the same way that I was like a week or 2 weeks ago. We made it. It is day 30. I have essentially 24 hours before I'm able to have another cup of coffee. And honestly, I think I've successfully weaned myself off of caffeine. It's been pretty fun in a weird way. You know, as I've gotten more and more in the process, I think I'm kind of come to terms with the fact that I had to do this, and I might not even have coffee tomorrow. Who knows? I think this is something I really might try out long term. It's not been a crazy killer of my productivity as of late, and it's kind of been different in a good way. Let's be honest, guys, I love coffee. I had it again. It's finally time. This is my real-time reaction to the first time having coffee after 30 days of no caffeine. I specifically avoided everything I could. I didn't have dark chocolate, which is one of my favorites. I didn't have coffee, which is one of my favorites. I didn't have Nutella because apparently it has caffeine in it. There's so many things that have at least a little bit of caffeine in it. So I did my best to avoid chocolate, you know, coffee, all those sort of things that are main sources of caffeine, or at least have a little bit of caffeine in them. I didn't cheat with decaf as we talked about in a previous video. And without further ado, I need to try this coffee because I'm missing it. It's 5:30 in the morning and I'm tired and I just want to have some coffee. Oh my God. Oh my God. I miss coffee. God bless America. Thank you, sweet time, because if time didn't go as fast as it does and I did some other sort of arbitrary date challenge, I'd be still waiting for this, but. Oh, good God, yes. That's just so good. That's just so good. That's absolutely, I missed you. I don't know if I'm feeling it already or just exhilarated, but hey, it's good stuff. Why did I stop having you? Anyone know? Oh yeah, arbitrary time for YouTube, because why not? I wonder how many times I mentioned it in a previous video that I missed coffee before this comes out. I wonder how many. Probably like 4 or 5, maybe less, hopefully less. I feel like if I just complained about that all the time, it'd be annoying. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Those were the 5 stages of my 30-day no caffeine challenge. And since then, I've had a cup of coffee every single morning. And honestly, I think I'm better for it. My verdict would be I either had a very mild caffeine addiction because I was able to be fine pretty much within a couple weeks, or I just really like the taste of coffee and the feeling of caffeine in the morning because I wake up so early. I only have 1 cup a day and I really don't crash that hard when the caffeine wears off. So I feel like there might be an opportunity for me to try having decaf in the morning just for the taste, since like I said, I really do like the taste of coffee. But I'm really not sure. I probably won't do that because when you wake up at 5 a.m., there are just some mornings where it's really hard to wake up and the caffeine does help. And even though I may have a mild dependence to it, over time, I don't think me having that cup of coffee diminishes in value. Every single time I have it, and I've had it before the challenge, and obviously since the challenge has been over, I noticed that I just feel a little bit better when it's like 5:30, 6 in the morning and I'm trying to get something done. So I don't know if I'm willing to sacrifice not having coffee until later in the day. I'm just really not sure. I think I'm probably gonna stick to what I've been doing for the most part. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for all the support recently. It has been crazy. I actually earlier this week, so this is being recorded on Wednesday, and the video is going to be up on Sunday. So I don't know what I'm going to be at subscriber wise, but I went up 100 subscribers basically from 800 to 900 in 4 days, and that's never happened. I just had a really good week and the support has been awesome. The Notion video did so well. You guys really enjoyed that. I'm going to try to do my best to implement these new video styles and to make my videos as best as I can, because you guys deserve it. You are giving me so much support, and I want to show that I want to give you that quality back by just making as good of videos as I can. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.